Yeah, so I would first ask, I would be curious to know, what is the environment that these kids are coming from? Are they coming from all different environments? Are there some similarities within the environments? We notice specifically with our research with the highly profoundly gifted that environment is key. And this is something, so not only the environmental influences, but also their social influences. So the ability to have like-minded peers, mentors, and even practitioners that are part of their environment and learning experience. So I would say I would want to dive into like the children that you found, where are they coming from again? Who are the teachers? How many children are in the classroom? Are there like-minded peers for them within that classroom? Is there movement allowed in the classroom? Is physical activity part of the curriculum? Yeah, I would be curious to know really what the curriculum is. Is it very academic based, or do they also include, the social emotional components that are essential for the development of any young child through adolescence? Again, physical component, is there any focus on the development of their physical being? Certainly emotional, right? In order to have that emotional regulation that you're speaking of, they need to have like-minded peers who understand them so that they can be validated and build their self-confidence, as we spoke about in the presentation. Yeah, it's absolutely essential. When the parents are informed of their children's development and their educational needs and really their social emotional development, that's actually the most important thing, because if we are not feeling a sense of belonging, if we are not grounded in who we are, then you can't move up, right? If we refer to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's a basic need to have your emotional needs and physical needs and sense of belonging met. Yeah, it's very intriguing. Now, I'd love to see the results and again tease out where are these children coming from. I would love to know more about the parents and what they were observing, such as behaviors of the children, any unique behaviors. From very early on, we notice very distinct and unique behaviors from highly profoundly gifted children. Really, their developmental trajectory can be seen as being different all the way from birth. I'll just mention real quick, many parents inform us that it was actually in the hospital when they were having their child that the nurse would inform them, we've never seen a child this alert. So right from birth, being able to interact with their environment, with people, and then really we saw developmental milestones continuing at an advanced and asynchronous level. So some would go way up, others would be typical, and just having this almost staircase level of development, which actually Dabrowski is famous for in his theory of human development. Yeah, we are missing development, right? So we're so focused on the academic side and certainly the education side, but we need to include all areas of development within our education. So not just focusing on our cognitive development, but also focusing on social development, emotional development, physical development, as I keep mentioning, even building compassion and altruism and that moral development that a lot of the times we don't see implemented as part of the curriculum in schools. Yeah, so our work specifically is focused on overexcitabilities in children. In our study and in the research panel that we presented today, there's been several studies, 3, 4, and even more studies in the last couple of years showing that children with these overexcitabilities, which is the super stimulus of the nervous system, which goes back to your study and your brain mapping, we're finding that they have higher levels of stimulation within their nervous system. So we call them overexcitabilities. And you see it in many different areas. So let's see, emotional, intellectual, psychomotor, which is that physical activity, even sensual, the aesthetics is a huge part of the gifted experience. So being aware of all of these characteristics and unique behaviors and really developmental trajectory is important for us to be aware of so we can identify these children who are really doing amazing things, and just to watch them and to see how they develop when we actually provide the environment and really the opportunity to let them lead, because they have a lot of this inside them. And so when we follow the child and let them follow their autonomous forces, it's amazing what they can do. Oh my gosh, parents, believe in yourself, because you are the biggest and greatest advocate for your child, really. We're finding many of the studies are involving parents, and they are essential to the success and the development of their children. Yes, so we need to train our teachers, and it's really difficult because we need to find people who are credentialed in giftedness, and especially to the highly profoundly gifted population. Many are not credentialed. A lot of people don't have this information. That's why we're here today, to disseminate the research and to educate all stakeholders. So we need to educate parents, teachers, counselors, psychologists, and even pediatricians, because we know from birth, they see the child and the parents in their office quite often. They can be a great influence and change the trajectory of the development and learning for that child. So it's essential. Parents are essential, teachers are essential, and we need to give them the information and the training they need to help identify and get these kids on the trajectory that they need to be on.